guys, happy Monday. I am pulling up to my job. Well, it's not Monday, it's Wednesday. Oh my gosh. So it's Wednesday, I'm pulling up to my job and I'm 85% rather be in my bed. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Somebody gotta make the bacon, right? So I'm just here to tell you guys before I head in, do what you gotta do today so that you don't have to do it tomorrow. Okay? I'm gonna check back in with you guys probably when I get off today, but I'm just had to tell y'all that as my check-in. This is Nikkiyevetteddaily. Welcome to my channel. Hey everybody. So today is Wednesday. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, this is Nikkiyevetteddaily, and I am on my way home. This is just another day of working, day in the life of working, a 9-to-5 job, trying to get out of that 9-to-5 rat race. Because honestly, it seems like a repeat over and over again. And a lot of us in society know that we have the potential to make as much or as little money as we please to do so. So with knowing all of the information that we know and the wisdom and the experience and all of that, we can be making our own rates. A lot of the issues I feel like with a lot of us, not just, I'm talking to myself as well as I'm speaking to you guys, is there is too much fear in place, fear of letting go, fear of failure, but really life is about failing. When you fail and you have gone through a lot of the things that were detrimental at the time, when you look back at it, you're like, you know what, those are moments that helped build me. Those are moments that gave me resilience. Those are moments that showed me what I can do when my back is up against the wall. Like, so with times like that, it really showcases how much endurance and how adaptive you truly are in those situations. So I'm just saying this to say, have more trust in yourself, and you should always be working on a side hustle until it becomes your primary source of income. Just because this is not sustainable long term. I don't know how the baby boomers have done it for 30 plus years and worked their 9-to-5 jobs, went home, done it again, and then retired off of this and expected for Uncle Sam to pay them the lifestyle that they deserve. It's not really, it does not add up. The system is not, I think it is a age system, and they need to update the system because it's just not working. I feel like, it sucks because a lot of the time, a lot of us don't have the saving skills that we need to be okay and give ourselves that safety cushion when it comes to our retirement. So people rely on the government to take care of things that we can't, and essentially I don't want the government to handle things that I should be handling myself. So it's just better for us to be more on the independent side, on the side of I got me before you got me type of outlook and perspective in life. If you are 35 or in your 30s, you understand what I'm saying. A lot of the things that you didn't think about in your 20s, you're now still thinking about in your 30s because you're like, I'm that much closer to retirement. Even though retirement technically in America's eyes is 67 years old or whatever, like 70 years old. Technically, I have 40 more years of working, 35 years of working. I'm not doing that. I'm not. I don't plan on doing that. That's a lot of years to work at a company and expect for them to give me back, what, $1,000, $1,500 a month? That's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough now, and it's not going to be enough then in the future. So I'm not doing it. So if it makes sense for you, you do what makes sense for you. But what makes sense for me is invest my money now, save my money now, be my own cushion. If they happen to have SSI when I become a senior citizen and can draw it, of course I'm going to take the extra cushion, but it's good to always have you before anybody else can have you. That's just really my take on that, because it's tough out here, y'all. It's tough. So anyways, today wasn't the worst of the worst when it comes to like working in the office. I feel like, honestly, it's another age type of thing where anyone has to work in the office. Everyone should be able to work from home. I actually feel like you're more effective working from home. You get more done in less amount of time when you're working from home. And you also can take care of the things around the house as far as like parenting. If you have young kids, you know, you can clean the house, you can cook your dinner, you can cook your lunches. You know, it's so much more cost efficient. You don't have to come into a brick and mortar to get majority of the jobs done. Now, I understand if you're face to face in person with people, you know, you're doing healthcare, you know, you're physical therapy, like things like that. Of course, you need to go to the doctor's office. Even doctor's offices have telehealth now. Like, it's, come on now, it's being in person at this point is like a day of the past, and I really need America to get with it. America, just get with it, or whoever, these companies, get with it, because we really don't want to come into work. We don't want to get up out of our beds. And even though it's good to be a part of, like, it's good to socialize with other people, I get it, but COVID taught us so many things about technology, so many things about, you know, remote work and how in demand it is. And you just can't stop that flexibility. And being remote allows people to have more so of their side hustles, because you have the time. You're not commuting 2-3 hours a day. You're not worried about, you know, paying for lunch. What are we going to pay for lunch? Because you're at home. You can cook you up a salad. You can cook you up some salmon, you know. You can do the things that you need to do while you're at home. Like, you're most effective working from home if you are going to work for a company. So if it was a preference, it's definitely the preference is working from home. Now there's your small percentage of people who still prefer to work in the office. But me, like, I don't. Sign me up for work from home any day. Any day. You just really have to put everything down on paper, like the numbers. Like, what makes sense? How much are you paying for gas? How much are you paying for your oil changes, upkeep of your car? You know, how much are you paying for this and that, whatever. I just saw a restaurant, y'all, so I'm hungry and I'm about to get something to eat because I'm hungry. And I'm really trying to pick between this and this. Like, which one do I want? Which one do I want? I don't want to eat out all the time, y'all. Like, see, this is another thing where you're commuting back and forth and you decide you don't want to eat out for everything, and then you finally pass a restaurant on the way home and you like, look, I'm hungry. What I'm about to get to eat? Like, you wouldn't have to deal with that if you was at home because you cooking. But a way to solve that is if you just make your own meal and prepare. Today I didn't do that. Today I wasn't prepared. So it's like, I have to make a decision. Am I going to stick it through? Or am I going to stop and get me something to eat? My decision. What would you do? Comment down below. So here I am. I'm currently at Portillo's. And I'm at the drive-thru because why do I need to do anything that's not quick? The American way, try to get everything quick? No, that's not how life goes. Life is a roller coaster and it gives you waves of things. So you're gonna have highs, you're gonna have lows. That's just how it goes. But in the meantime, I'm hungry. All right, and here we are. A few seconds later, got my Portillo's. I got a veggie dog with no raw onions and grilled onions with ketchup. I don't understand why people don't order ketchup on their hot dog. Like, I don't understand, but I can ketchup on mine. It says plant-based. Nobody knows. Nobody knows nowadays what you're eating. Better than tiramisu. If you watch Kelly Stamps, you know. If you know, you know. Now, I just feel as though life shouldn't be left on autopilot. You should be helping others do great things. Be a decent person, working on self-development, and not making the constant same mistakes that you used to make. Otherwise, you will continue to get the same results that you've been getting. And that's really facts. What are you going to do different today that tomorrow will think? Tomorrow's you will think. That's what it's really all about. Being a better person so that you can leave a legacy and make a difference to and amongst the people that you love, as well as people in the greater good. So this is all an experience. And I don't know anyone who hasn't been through trauma. Like, we all have been through some form of trauma or know someone who has been through trauma. So, with that being said, life's for everyone at one point or another, and it's up to us to decide the experience that we're going to have. Some things you have no control over. Some things you do. And a lot of times you realize how much you don't have control over a lot of things. And it's not necessarily the worst thing ever. It's just a reality. It's a reality. So what are you going to do with the time that you have? What are you going to do with these 24 hours that we all have, supposedly? Everyone's goals doesn't need to be super extreme, but if the plan is to save money, what are you doing to help with that? If the plan is to be financially free, what are the steps that you're going to take to do that? If the plan is to learn a new language, what are the steps that you're taking to do that? Everything has a way and a strategy to get to what you want. It's just, are you going to put in those reps? Are you going to do the things that you need to do to get it done? That's what it boils down to. Not many things in this life you are going to get from luck alone. You have to do the things, you have to take the action. And that's another reality. Take the action. Get those reps in, you know. Because we can complain, we can vent, we can be mad, we can stump, we can shout, but at the end of the day, it's your life and it's your experience. You get to decide what type of experience you choose to have in this life. You want more money? Think of ways to solve people's problems. The more problems you resolve, the more ways you have to make money. What problems can I think of right now that a lot of people are going through? A lot of people hate their jobs. A lot of people hate the 9-to-5 idea. A lot of people want to be financially stable. A lot of people right now don't trust the government. A lot of people right now are not people. They're not extroverts. A lot of people are introverts because of COVID, because of being messed over by one or another due to previous trauma, like previous trauma bonding, like so many different things, so many reasons, and so many broad groups of people who have the same viewpoints, but there's no resolution. Like, what are you going to do to solve these problems? How can you give money into people's pockets? How can you create a way for them to create an extra stream of income so that they don't have to be miserable every day? understand, like, this is who I am. I don't really like people like that, but every once in a while I want to be bothered with people. And then when my social battery depletes, I'm going. Are you okay with that? You know? How can you solve that issue? You know? So it's like, is it an app? Is it like a dating app, but for friendships instead of like regular dating? Or, you know, when you meet someone, you know, are you meeting them at a hobby place, something that you actually like to do and that you can open up with people about? Are you trying to become an extrovert but you're an introvert? Or are you feeling the void of being an introvert and sometimes you want to be an extrovert? Who are you? You know, number one, before we even decide, you know? So it's like different ways to solve problems for people. So are you going to be like a life coach to help bring those introverts out to extroverts? Or are you going to create an app for them to meet each other on a platform together, you know, or Discord or something like that, you know? So it's like, there's resolutions for a lot of different things. Some things there's not, but the more problems you fix, the more sources of income you have the possibility to make. With that being said, a lot of the things have to do with teaching others with communication. You have to learn how to teach, learn how to communicate. That will bring you money. To break the 9 to 5 shackles, in a sense.
It's been a minute since I seen the daylight. Can't get out of bed and it ain't right. Demons in my head, I don't wanna fight. Don't know what to do. Anything is better than